Welcome back. Last time we've become the champion of Driftwood Arena and also had a little fun with Dorothea. Got ourselves some spider kisses. Now, let's do something really fun and check out Lohar. Little recap. Lohar is somehow affiliated with Queen Justinia. He's supposedly working for her. Queen Justinia is the queen of the dwarves, which Beast is rebelling against. And yeah, I guess he wants to find out about Queen Justinia's plans. So we'll see how this works out. Lohar himself, he seems to be some kind of underworld boss, some, I don't know, some gang leader or whatever. He rules the underworld of Driftwood. And we already know that he has some shady business. He was responsible for the attack on the Smedge caravan outside of Driftwood, and also for that freaking setup from that prostitute in the tavern who wanted to steal our gear. And those were also Lohar's men, which we killed. So, maybe not mention that. Anyway, we've got Baitlor, whatever. This guy.
What do you want? Boss is busy.
Beast strokes his beard for a few seconds, buries his hand inside it, then whips it out again to display his extended middle finger. He marches past, finger still raised, to the chagrin of the gawking guard.
Shrug his shoulders and follow your wrong opinion.
The guard shrugs back.
Boss can take care of himself. I'd like to see your friend try that with him. What do you want? Boss is busy. Listen up. Don't waste his time. These are explosive times. Be respectful.
What is he getting at? Explosive times, really? Well, let's go. Okay, so what's going on over here? We've got Lohar, those are all dwarves, by the way. Band and Kate and some kind of prisoner Marla. They seem to be torturing her, or interrogating her. I don't know. Marla is not saying it.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This.
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper.
Maybe stay quiet.
Bant! Cade! Get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Oh, I have a damn good reason for coming here.
You're one of us. How could you do it?
Okay, so this Marla seems to have attempted to assassinate Lohar, and what's more is that she seems to be one of his gang. Well, let's talk to Lohar.
Beast bristles the moment he sees his fellow dwarf, and slams his right fist into his left palm, growling all the while.
Be my guest. Allow Beast to interject.
Beast thrusts his weapon at his fellow dwarf, who looks first to you, then to Beast. He's surprisingly unfazed by the obvious threat.
You're a brave lad waltzing in here now. I know who you are, you know. The Beast of the Sea. What brings you to this good-for-nothing town?
Operation Downfall, you numbskull, and you'll tell me what you know, or I'll turn your guts inside out and stuff them down your throat.
Disgusting. Well, before you go blood-crazed, you should know the Queen's no friend of mine. Not no more.
He hawks a wad of spit on the floor, then motions to the room around him.
I'm a businessman. I can't say I always keep things on the up and up, but I don't think a rogue pirate's got a lot of room to judge a man for his various trade concerns. And what Justinia's cooking up ain't so good for my bottom line. I don't want to help Justinia. I want to stop her.
Beast considers Lohar's words for a moment, then sheaths his weapon and motions to Lohar to keep talking.
I thought you'd see things my way. Come, make yourself comfortable. We'll have a chat when you're ready.
Interesting, let's check the quest log. Lohar insists he's turned against Queen Justinia, but entrepreneurs like him never reveal information without a price. This needs to do what he asks for now. We've made contact with the Lohar. You ought to keep an eye out for any information that will be of interest to the Magisters. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not helping the Magisters. And the work of Desire. Okay, Lohar. So, you're not a friend of Queen Justinia and you're not a friend of Magisters. You seem to be a nice guy. We could be friends.
Brave lass. Waltzing in here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
Do you want to play the tough guy? Thing is, if he's got a jump on us, we are pretty much screwed, I guess. So, maybe not antagonize him. Gesture to the dwarf at the front of the room and ask what happened between them.
Family matter. She's one of mine. Acting like her brains are scrambled, though. Came after me with a knife. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy?
Sure, he seems to know already a lot about us, so we could regale him with the tale.
I've got to say I'm impressed. I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Seaver's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all?
But he doesn't sound convinced of the cause.
Alder's been telling us all kinds of this and that about Godwoken. Haven't seen any evidence of them myself.
Well, you're standing in front of one. Well, two, actually.
So no, I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell him that. That is quite confidential. So you can't blame him. For all the orders blustered, things are only getting worse.
We're swirling the drain. If someone doesn't plug it, we'll slip down easy as you please. So, what do you want?
Tell him you need information. You're looking for certain powerful sorcerers.
Ah, I should have guessed. And it just so happens I can help you. Depending on what you can do for me.
Ask him what he has in mind.
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell. I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy.
Ask if he expects Modest to survive that particular conversation.
That'd be up to him, wouldn't it? No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own.
Okay, so there's something else you'd like to discuss.
I'm listening.
Tell him you came across a wrecked caravan outside town. It looked like some of his people were involved.
That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Jalia's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like they did the sorcerers.
So I spoke to Honor's spirit. You seem concerned about getting soul-forged weapons out of a cave.
Bloody lad. Flapping his gums in the next life, too. That's another little venture of ours. Don't concern you, though.
So you met her there. She survived, but she seemed traumatized. She ran off.
Well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. She'll be back in time. She and Anhar were sweethearts.
That's why he doesn't go collect the bodies of the fallen.
We will, once the Reds turn down the alarm a bit. They're jumpy as all hell for the moment. Won't do anyone any good to raise a ruckus now.
Ask him what exactly does here in Driftwood.
Whatever needs doing. Isn't that obvious?
Ask if there's anything else you should know.
Well, like I said, Mordus is a special guy. A sorcerer, matter of fact. Maybe even one of the ones Seaver's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
You're one of us.
Okay, let's talk to Beast to see if we can discuss what you said.
Not much of a landlubber, but sometimes I get no choice in the matter. Besides, there's business to take care of.
Note that Lohar seems to have turned on the Queen.
I always figured every dwarf is pure of heart when they pop out of their mummas, but we ain't born cruel. We're made cruel.
Well, that is debatable, I guess.
That means we can be made uncruel. Not sure Lohar will ever be an upstanding member of his community, but he knows where to draw the lines.
Ask Beast what he suggests you do next.
Well, the way I see it, we're supposed to learn the ways of Source from these teacher people. It's like going to school. Someone learns us a lesson, and then there's a test.
What the hell?
Beast grumbles.
I don't like tests. Let's make the time to check out that house of Mordus's too. Ain't solving my own mystery until we solve Lohar's.
Okay, so for the time being, I guess we have to work with Lohar. Alright. Let's see if Bart or Kate are in any mood to talk.
Move along, lady. This don't concern ya.
Come, sis.
Nope, doesn't seem so. Kate
Step off, lest you want a taste.
and Marla.
The battered dwarf pulls her lips back into a garish, open-mouthed grin, flashing blood-stained teeth.
Okay, she seems a little bit crazy. Fine. Okay, we're down here in the underworld for the time being. Let's say we go check out this House of Murders. Let's just teleport out to the score. It is right beside the tavern. Over here. Now, the House of Murders and the Fishery are the only two buildings we haven't explored yet. We'll get to the Fishery later. Let's go check out
This
Murders'
must be the
house.
place Lohar mentioned. It looks unassuming enough.
Well, let's see. There's a frickin' sleeping dwarf on a ledge. Whatever. Okay, this is all considered stealing, really? Fine. But I'll take this chest. Thank you. Okay, Glenna Graham, whatever.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not a slight twitch of her head.
I just can't resist. Lick your forefinger, then slide it into her right ear.
She slowly opens her left eye, then her right, and wipes away the slobber.
What's it to you, slow wit?
Inform her of your visit with Lohar. You need to get through the hatch.
The dwarf unfolds her arms and shoots to her feet.
All right, human. Right, glad Lohar ain't left us here to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I gotta send word soon.
Ask her what her partners hope to find below.
Who knows? Anything that gives away what Mordus has been up to. Probably got all sorts of tricks for covering his tracks, but the goons downstairs should sniff out something.
Ask more about Mordus.
That weird priest's been hanging around Lohar for ages. Now he's vanished. Poof.
The priest?
Those half-wits below will know more.
Thank you for the information. You're heading down now.
Get to it then. But tell the lunkheads that Glenna sent you before they bash your brains in.
They're welcome to try.
Down the hatch then.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crowbar would open this
I
thing?
found something.
Huh, you got rocks knocking around that noggin of yours.
Okay.
We'd have more luck asking Duna to open it for us than for it to budge by our own hands.
Those brutes seem to have locked themselves into some kind of hidden chamber. Let's just loot everything here before we go deal with them. Anything of interest? Yes, there is something of interest here actually.
Locked.
A taste of freedom. We found an ornate skull embedded on the wall. It seems to be missing one of its yellow gemstone eyes. Interesting. Actually haven't done this in my first playthrough. I completely missed this. I got those gems and I actually went down here, but I couldn't figure out where to put them. Probably because I hadn't enough wits at that time to find this hidden thing. Okay. So we need some gems to put in that skull, and I can't really remember where we get those gems, but we'll get them eventually somewhere. Okay, and we also found this lever, whatever.
The door's opening.
By Duna's dagger. You here to free us or kill us?
Inform them that Lohar sent you.
The male dwarf expels 2 lungfuls of air and glances happily at his companion.
We've only been fretting here for a few hours, but it's felt like days. That snot-nosed priest's as slippery as a snake in an oil drum.
Ain't found nothing that lets on what Mortis is up to. Only thing we managed were to close that door and get us stuck. And if there's another door out there, never could find it.
Lohar ain't gonna be pleased.
This Mortis, what is he up to? Where's he gone?
Ain't no telling where that priest has gone to. Started acting all funny not so long ago, then flew the coop.
Acting funny? What does she mean?
Well, at first, he was just buddying around with Lohar and the rest, you know. But then he'd start looking all sickly and run off for a day or two. Then some stranger tried taking old Lohar down, but got himself caught and tied up. Ain't no coincidence Mortis went hanging around then.
She taps a finger against her forehead.
A woman knows things. Nothing's getting past me.
Sure.
Best we head off then. We've got business to attend to.
See ya. Okay, let's have a look in this secret room. Some stuff to loot. Skulls always nice for room crafting. And a bone? No, it's just a chew toy.
Careful now.
Whoop.
That's a trap.
Well, this if I can get stuck, then I can get unstuck.
We got ourselves stuck here too. Whoops. Oh, what do we have here? A row of books. Let's have a look at those books. Letter to Mortis. Mortis, you're a lucky man. Your failure to assassinate Lohar could have been ruinous. Yet our Lord proves his grace by not only sparing you, but granting you Mortar Kaim. The ritual requires an excessive release of source, but I'm sure you're anxious to prove your allegiance. Use it wisely. Your orders remain the same. See that the weapons from the Peacemaker reach Arx unharmed while await their arrival. And do be careful. There are a number of Godwoken who have escaped from the forest. Should they pass through Driftwood en route to the Meister, be sure they pass no farther.
Lohar will want to know of this.
Yes, he does. And schematic. Drawn upon the page is an elaborate schematic. It closely resembles the broken shrine to Duna in Mother Scorches and depicts a mechanism operated by a button on the statue's back. Interesting. There was also Captain Ebelworth's diary. That was the ship's captain in the tavern. When I pickpocketed her, I found this. Or maybe when I went ahead and stole all her stuff, I found her diary. So let's have a look at that. The tide turns. I have no compass. But these scribblings bring my choppy thoughts to leeward. The compass lies in the rocky shallows with the Peacemaker and her dead crew. The bell rings a warning yet. Though the wreck be many miles from here, over the hills and the bluffs, a small inlet in the shadow of a keep, with rocky shallows for the beach, and a draw too low for us. I walked the woods to make it back to port. through the fearful forest with the harrowing screams and the wrecking pain. I almost thanked the bell, though it drove me all insane, for blocking out the night. The Peacemaker lies wrecked along the coast, another one for the Reaper. The tide turns, and I, without my compass, let's blast this infernal bell. Okay, so we just read about the Peacemaker actually. So there was some cargo on the Peacemaker that Mortis and his masters want to deliver to Arx. What cargo could the Peacemaker possibly have had that is so important? Anyway. Well, from the other note, we learned that there's something about this statue.
The shrine depicts Duna, yet has clearly seen better days. Scratches and fissures deface its exterior, and its eyes have been gouged hollow. You run your hands along the exterior until your fingers graze the button noted in the schematic.
Press the button.
There's no mistaking the sound of stone chafing stone. The entrance to the chamber grinds open, filling your lungs with slightly less stale air.
Awesome. I mean, it's not like I could just teleport out, but anyway. So, we found some notes about Mortis that Lohar probably will want to know about. So let's teleport to the Undertavern and go talk to Lohar. Well, here we actually have a little Jordane farm. So what Lohar is doing in his back garden is growing Jordane, which is a drug. They get really pissed if you go walk around here and steal stuff, so let's not do that. Let's talk to Lohar instead.
Better get out there before Mortis makes it all the way past Arx.
Rifle 3 a pack, and also Lohar the letter you found in Mortis' house.
I asked you for a man, not a note.
He takes the letter from your hands and reads it quickly, face hardening with anger as he reaches the end.
Bloody goddamn spit-sucking weasel! This is bad. Not just for me and mine. Not just for you and yours. This is bad. For everyone.
Ask him what the note means. What is Mordecaian?
Hell if I know, but it don't sound good. Seems as though Mortis wasn't mine after all. Trouble is, I don't know whose he is. Of course. That's why I haven't heard from the cave. Sabotage. Listen up, I need your help. We all do. Mortis has his hands on something dangerous. Something I was trying to protect us from. Not just my folks. The whole damn realm.
Tell him you're going to need details. What kind of stuff does he mean?
Look, me and mine, we move classified cargo. Take it right off Magister ships and put it into the hands of those that will use it rightly. Trouble is, we came across something no one ought to have. Not the Magisters, not my folks, not the gods themselves. I ordered it to be destroyed. I guess Mortis, whoever he's working for, wants it for themselves. That can't happen.
Demand to know what kind of cargo he's talking about.
The less you know, the better. Trust me. Stop Mortis and I'll take care of the rest. My people had an operation up in the caves outside town. Good access to red ships and plenty of privacy too.
Ah, so that's what the pamphlets were about. So Lohar was behind those setups on the ships.
Haven't heard from him in a couple of days now. I thought maybe we'd lost the messengers to Voidwoken in the hills, but now I think it's worse than I thought. I bet my lucky left foot Mortis is in the cave. You gotta get to him before he gets his hands on that cargo. Pray to whoever you pray to that it ain't too late.
Tell him you'll do what you can.
Finally, someone with a little sense around here.
Well, you don't have any. Not telling me what the fucking cargo is.
Give me your map. I'll show you where we were operating, where I think Mortis will be. I don't want to know what'll happen if he gets what he's after.
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
Let's see. The letter was enough to convince Lohar that Mortis is plotting against him. He has bid us to find and kill Mortis. He told us where he believes Mortis must be hiding. In coastal caves outside of Driftwood, that the dwarves had been using as a base. He marked the location for us. And Law mentioned that his associates had stolen some Magister cargo. It was thought to be worth looking into. Yes, it certainly is, but not for the frickin' Magisters. For the Magisters. Okay, so we've got. Let's get out of here. We've got another mark on our map, and it is over there, Wrecker's Cave. For this? Yeah, Wrecker's Cave, right. This is where the shipwreck is from, the Peacemaker. Now, what do we have here, by the way? What to do next? I kind of want to... Yeah, we are going to check out Jayan right now, because I really want to know what's up with that. And I'm extremely curious why the hell Jayan's quest marker would be over there. Because that is not where I found Jayan in my first playthrough. Then again, it is only called the last sighting of Jayan. Now, I'm kinda hungry for another fight. Where do we get another fight around here? Let's see, those were the scarecrows we've dealt with. There's just some honey farm over here. There's an abandoned house over here, but there's no fighting there. Bunch of stuff now, we just go north. Let's skip this for now. We'll come back later, check out this house. But right now I want to find Jayan. Ah, we can loot later too. Oh, what's this? The hell is this?
The Order. It's changed you.
I can't remember that actually. I completely forgot about that. Did I miss this in my first playthrough? What the hell happened here? What's going on here?
Jonathan, how long has it been?
Gareth? What the fuck? Okay, there are a bunch of dead magisters outside, and in this abandoned house there is a white magister on the ground, and fucking Gareth. What the fuck is Gareth doing here?
Gareth looks to the limp body at his feet, then to you, sword raised. He isn't quite present, but lost in his own tangled thoughts.
I knew I'd see him again. I wish it hadn't been like this.
Well, he's only unconscious. What the frick is... What is happening here? Say thought he was off to see his parents.
Mother and father will have to wait. There's been a distraction.
Gareth softly pokes the listless man's torso with his foot.
This man, this magister, his name is Jonathan. He's my friend. Or was my friend.
Ask how Jonathan ended up on the floor of the shack.
I led him here. I felt someone's gaze on me from almost the very moment I stepped foot on the coast. Lucian taught never to ignore augury. And sure enough, I saw the flash of white. I heard the sprigs snapping. Someone was watching, following. I came here and waited. The door swung open and it was him. A face I hadn't seen since I was called to the Seekers. He didn't say a word, just flashed the arrest warrant. Seems he didn't expect the punch. Now I must do as duty requires.
Gareth raises his blade and tightens his grip, but falters. He cannot strike the final blow.
Okay, so Gareth has been followed since he disembarked. Gareth wanted to go to his parents who live like somewhere northeast, and on his way there he was ambushed kind of by Magister Jayan and a bunch of other magisters that wanted to arrest him, and he killed all of them and punched Jonathan pretty hard apparently for almost 2,000 hit points. I don't want to get punched by this guy. And Jonathan seems to be some childhood friend of his or whatever. Suggest Gareth bring Jonathan to the Lady Vengeance, perhaps he can be of use.
You want me to drag a white across the coast in viewing distance of a dozen magisters and get a tongue lashing from Malady as a reward? I have not lost all sense, I assure you.
Gareth. You should spare Jonathan. It is a merciful choice. Should he? Well, I would kill him, but Gareth is kind of the good guy. You should kill him. I should kill him. Fine. Calm, Gareth. You should spare Jonathan. It is a merciful choice.
Gareth's fingers open and close around his sword's hilt. His breathing slows and his face relaxes, yet his arm remains suspended.
Rest your hands on his shoulders. You mustn't blame Jonathan for the Order's every sin.
Gareth lowers his arm and straightens his spine.
I know a safe place nearby, away from the creatures of the meadows. I'll take him there. He'll be untouched until he wakes. I pray he remembers what we were, and what we still might be, should Lucian will it.
Achievement. Did you just pick him up? Oh, okay. He has him over his shoulder. Wow, he's sprinting off with him. So yeah. What the hell? Okay, I completely missed this in my first playthrough. But in this act of the game... Whoa, what's that? Very, very silent watches leather shirt. Yeah, a lot of things got kind of screwed up in my first playthrough here. Because I kinda didn't go the way that I was supposed to go, because I didn't know. This was my first time playing this game. And a lot of quests kinda bugged. And yeah, I missed out on a lot of things, which is the main reason why I started a second playthrough. Let's check out this house here. What? Someone found something. What's buried here? A sack. Nice. Sure, I'll have that. Now, over here we've got a waypoint. Looks like an old temple ruin or something like that. And there's the last sighting of Jane.
A lake of death fog, and the bridge appears to be down.
Someone wants to discourage visitors.
There must be a way across.
There's a way across. But it leads to Blood Moon Island. And as you can see, that is not a very inviting place. That is not a place I want to be right now. We will go there later, much later. However, why would be the last sighting of Jay in here, and why don't I get any hints on where he actually is? Well, I know where he actually is, but it's really strange. Let's see. Yeah, if we go this way, we should get where he actually is. This way? Yes, this way looks good. Okay, yeah, we'll explore this part of the area later, but my first priority right now is to get Jahan. And yeah, we will do that next episode. First thing next episode, we will encounter Jane and we will talk to him about what is inside my head, and if anyone can help me get rid of a freaking demon everyone's afraid of, then it will be Jahan, the like biggest badass demon hunter in the world or whatever. So I'm very much looking forward to talk to him, and we will do that next episode. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.